Kuliah of Engineering, Associate Professor Dr. Nurul Fazlin Hasbullah, Murabbi Council Representative, Head of Department, Academic Advisors, Department Representative, Academic Staff, and all new intakes of Kuliah of Engineering. We will begin our ceremony with the recitation of Kitab Al-Fatiha. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin, wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya wa mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Distinguished guests, brothers and sisters, I am Muhammad Afiq Daniel bin Muhammad Amir. I will be your master of ceremony for this afternoon session, and welcome to our online Kuliah of Engineering briefing. Before we begin, let us watch the corporate video prepared by the Kuliah. Next, we proceed with our main agenda for this afternoon. I would like to invite Associate Professor Dr. Sani Izan Ehsan, Dean of Kuliah of Engineering, to give a welcoming remarks and overview of the Kuliah. Please welcome.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin, wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wasallim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. It's a bit difficult to talk to while all students are away, then we cannot see your faces. Anyway, then I hope everyone is there listening to our briefing, Kuliah of Engineering briefing to all new students. Okay, of course, we would welcome all of you. Currently virtually online, but inshallah soon then you will be back in the campus to feel the what we call this the campus life. Okay, in our Kuliah of Engineering. All right. Just a brief history about our Kuliah of Engineering. It was established in March 1994 with only 3 programs. And then it moved in 1997. Initially we were in Lembah Pantai. And then in 1997 we moved to the present location, which is in Gombak. And engineering consists of 7 buildings. Okay, I will show the photo a little bit after this. And it is situated, of course, in the Gombak hillside. And most of you, I believe, is quite familiar with the location. And currently we are having 7 engineering departments, serving all students, and offering 9 engineering programs, undergraduate programs, and having around 205 academic staff and 93 supporting staff. As of August 2020, a total of 2,194 undergraduates and 355 postgraduate students from various countries. And this is basically our buildings as shown there, labeled as E0, E1, E2, E3 until E6 there. Okay, centered is E6 there, which is an engineering workshop. As you can see, then engineering in terms of the land area, then it covers very large, about a quarter of the whole campus. Okay. A little bit about our what we call this management in the Kuliah. I am the dean, and of course with me then we have 3 deputy deans. Dr. Hasma, of course, present here. Then she will be talking a little bit after this. And she is in charge of student affairs, alumni, and community engagement, or student development and community engagement. I think the spelling, the name is incorrect there. Okay, and then we have Associate Professor Dr. Ma'an Fahmi Rashid Al-Khatib as the Deputy Dean, Academic Affairs and Industrial Linkages. And we have also IR Associate Professor Dr. Fauzia Toha as the Deputy Dean Postgraduate. And I'll just share with you all the head of departments. Okay, as mentioned, then we have a total of basically 6 offering a program and 1 serving departments. So you need to know all the faces according to your department, the program you are in. The first one, we have Professor Muhammad Hadi Habibi, Electrical and Computer Engineering Department, offering Computer and Information Engineering as well as Communication Engineering. Okay, and then Dr. Nur Fadilah Muhammad Azmin, Biotechnology Department, of course offering the program Biochemical Biotechnology. And we have Associate Professor Dr. Muhammad Abdul Rahman for the Manufacturing and Materials Engineering Department, offering 2 programs as well, Manufacturing Engineering as well as Materials Engineering. We have Professor Dr. Maisara Ali for Civil Engineering Department, offering, of course, Civil Engineering. And Mechanical Engineering Department, we have Professor Dr. Miftah Hariri. We have 2 programs there, Automotive Engineering, Mechanical Automotive, as well as Aerospace Engineering. And we have Associate Professor Dr. Samsul Bahrin Abdul Hamid as the head for Mechatronics Engineering, offering 1 program, which is Mechatronics Engineering. And we have 1 Department of Science in Engineering as a servicing department led by Dr. Muhammad Luqman Ibrahim. Okay, you need to get to know to your respective head of department then. And of course, there are some others in charge. You may not be seeing them often, but at least some of them, like for example, of course, Associate Professor Dr. Sultan Ibrahim, he is in charge of the Engineering Industrial Training Unit. So, of course, this is for undergraduate program. And the rest, most likely you may not be really need to see because they are more involved in all other activities as well as postgraduate activities. All right, just a little bit about our, what we call this, philosophy or our direction in terms of the Kuliah of Engineering. The vision, we have a global center of innovative engineering education and research with values and professional ethics. Just to highlight then basically the keywords there, our vision, our Kuliah vision is to be a global center of education, okay, engineering education and research. And apart from that, we emphasize also on the values and professional ethics, okay? And our mission is to be a referral hub for engineering education and sustainable solutions based on Islamic principle for a better world. And we came up with this strategic direction for 2019 and 2020, which is humanizing engineering education towards viable ecosystem. Okay, I will elaborate a little bit more after this. So this is basically the philosophy of our what we call engineering in the kuliah. Okay, this is basically our strategic framework, putting everything in terms of the philosophy and our direction and our planning, basically. Okay, as you can see on top, the vision, mission, as well as the strategic direction. Okay, our iltizam, or our what we aspire, basically, there are three there. Basically, to produce balanced engineering education based on Islamic principle, okay, which is very much related to all of you as undergraduate students. The second iltizam is basically responsible research and innovation. To some extent, undergraduate do also contribute to this, but mainly then we focus on the staff as well as the postgraduate students. Okay, and the third one is Sejahtera Rahmat Community. This basically encompass everybody, student, undergraduate, postgraduate, as well as all staff, all the community in the kuliah. Okay, those are basically our three iltizam, or what we aspire. Okay. So in order to achieve that, then we have these internal processes. I will highlight a few of them. Okay, P1, holistic graduates who are actively engaged in sustainable society. So we want our undergraduate or our undergraduate as well as postgraduate to be actively involved, not only in the academic, but also in terms of solving societal problem, okay, involved in the society. Okay. And then, of course, P2, enhanced undergraduate and PG or postgraduate academic programs. We are undergoing also in terms of enhancing our programs. And maybe, P8 there, the one in the green, Morabbiatic environment. Okay, we are working in that direction to really to create our kuliah, to have this, what we call, in order for us to achieve the iltizam number 3, Sejahtera and Rahmat community, then we have to have this environment in which then we have a role model, people are advising each other and etc., so that we can have this, we can achieve that environment. Okay, so basically those are the three. You can read the rest then for your understanding then. Okay, and just to highlight a little bit, apart from our engineering framework, which was developed in early 2019, IIUM also has developed this. I believe you have seen this before. Okay, IIUM Sejahtera Academic Framework, which is actually in line. This one is just recently developed. This is in line with what engineering has been planning from the beginning then, inshallah. Okay, this is specifically for undergraduate programs. Okay, what I want to emphasize on this is that academic is not everything. Okay, it's not that you just go to class, excel in your academic, in all your classes, and that's it, and you graduate with flying colors. That is not the only aim that what we want you to be here. Okay, we want you to groom yourself to become what we call a complete person. Okay, to become a sejahtera person in a way. So that one is what IIUM is aspire also. Apart from our engineering, even the whole university is aspiring to achieve or to produce our graduate in such a way. Okay, so that was why you can see there are many other activities apart from the uni course, the program course. You have electives as well as there are many other co-curricular activities and other activities, community services and etc. that we expect our students to be involved on. Okay. All right. I think I'll just skim through this. Of course, engineering programs is what we call this. Being accredited by a professional body under Engineering Accreditation Council. All the programs are accredited, which is very important. Okay, for all students, then you need to know that all our programs are accredited. And for us to be accredited, then we have to be abide by their what we call this rules and regulation. And OBE, which is outcome-based education, is being emphasized not only in engineering actually, but by all other education fields, basically. So for our Kuliah of Engineering, we have 12 program outcomes. Program outcomes means that what we expect our graduate to become immediately after you complete your program, the 4-year programs basically. And in engineering we have 12 program outcomes. You can read through this, ranging from the knowledge, the cognitive part, which is your engineering knowledge, engineering what we call this ability to do, which is the psychomotor parts, okay, like conducting experiment and etc. Okay, modern tool usage and etc. Also emphasize among these program outcomes are the ethics, the heart, okay, which involve the what we call this ethical, engineers and society, environment and sustainability, okay, and also involve soft skills like communication, teamwork, and etc. So there are 12 there you can go through in details, okay. And then of course then later on if you have any question then you can come forward and ask them. Okay, I think those are basically the general what we call IIUM and engineering philosophy or our direction or our education, the practice that we have. I just want to highlight a little bit more the emphasis on what we call this education beyond classroom. Okay, so basically, of course, we would want our students to be excel in the academic, but apart from that, there are many other elements that is involved. Okay, not only we don't want to only have students to be excel in academic, but fail in other aspects like soft skill, how to communicate with others, how to respect others, and etc. Okay, because as you can see, if you search around also, okay, employers are not looking at only academic as the only factor. Academic, yes, is one of the factors, one of the main factors, the early criteria or the, what we call this, filtering criteria basically, okay. You need to be good in your academic, but apart from that, to be an excellent person, then you need to go beyond that, okay. As you can see there, the expectation of graduates is beyond academic is communication skill, leadership, teamwork, interpersonal, and many others, okay. There are several other articles I would like to show. This one is recently in 2020, for example, top 9 graduate skills that employers want. Basically, as shown there, is communication skill, problem solving skill, which involve not only memorizing what you have learned, but you will be able to integrate all your knowledge in order to find a solution of a problem. Okay, leadership skill. Of course, when we talk about leadership, it involves followership as well. When a good leader, we need to also have good followers, okay? Organizational skills, teamwork, analytical skills, and etc. Okay, innovative thinking, also very important. So we want to inculcate this situation in which we want our students to always think critically, not only just come to class, listen to the lecture, and that's it. Okay, we want you to solve real problem, and we want you to go down to the society and find a solution to their problem. Okay, and another one also, thinking, self-understanding, empathy, these are among the future learning and work. Okay, okay, I think I get to the last, what we call a slide. Okay, the 4-year life journey, I want to emphasize again, this is not only academic. IIUM and Kuliah of Engineering is committed to provide the environment and the ecosystem that enables students to explore and venture for their life journey of a personal development and transformation. Okay, so please keep that in mind. Your education or your personal development is beyond classes. You go to class, but going out from class, then it is still the what we call affecting or influencing your personal development. So it's very important. It needs to be all comprehensive there. Okay, development in all aspects and skills, not only cognitive, which is on the intellectual part. Okay, psychomotor also is very important. You are able to do things apart from engineering. Psychomotor, you are able to do the experiment, analysis, and etc. There are many other things that you should be able to do, as well as the affective domain or the affective area, which involve your feeling, internalizing, and what we call this empathy. Okay. So there are a few quotes there I put. Success is not accident, it is hard work, perseverance, learning, studying, sacrifice, and most of all, love of what you are doing or learning to do. Okay, basically you have to have patience. Okay, engineering program, engineering study is not that easy, but with passion, with motivation, then you can move forward then, okay? We are here to help you, inshallah. I have not failed. I have just found 10,000 ways that won't work. This is by Thomas Edison, okay? So the way how you look at failures, okay? Failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of success, okay? And of course, the last one, then that one, I think it's just actually a movie. I don't know whether we have watched that or not, okay? Three Idiots. If you have not watched that, I think I would highly recommend you to watch. Okay, this is very much related to engineering program, and see how you look at the education or how the learning process. Okay, and it is enjoyable movie also. Okay. Okay, I think with that, then again, I would like to welcome all of you to our Kuliah of Engineering. Be patient a little bit for having this online situation in which you are all far away from our Kuliah. Soon, inshallah, we'll meet you. We are looking forward to meeting you in person then, inshallah. And may you have a pleasant, blessed, and successful journey. Okay, thank you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Associate Professor Dr. Sani Izan Ehsan, Dean of Kuliah of Engineering, for the delightful speech. And we hope that all new intake students have been informed what is the overview of the Kuliah, insyaAllah. Alright, so next, I would like to invite Associate Professor Dr. Ma'an Fahmi Al-Khatib, Deputy Dean of Academic Affairs and Industrial Linkages, to brief on academic matters. Faitafadhal mashkura wa ma'jura.
Okay, thank you, MC. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And welcome to all our new students joining Kuliah of Engineering. I'll be briefing you on academic matters. Usually academic matters are a bit of dry, contains a lot of rules and regulations. But as you know, if we don't have traffic lights on the street, we would have a chaos and probably many accidents. So these are actually in place, all these policies are in place to help all of us achieve our goals with as minimum hassles and problems as possible. So as Dr. Sani have shown you earlier, the location of our Kuliah and the blocks, he have shown you a real image, and as engineers we have also to learn how to look at drawings, right? So this is a drawing of the Kuliah and all the blocks. And the second thing I want to remind you that most of the communication that you will be receiving from the Kuliah, from your lecturers, from the university, will be through two important platforms. The first one is iTalim. As you can see, the link here is italimc.iium.edu.my. That's where you will see all your courses, and that's where your lecturers will be communicating with you regarding your teaching and learning. And of course, it is like a learning management system. And you can download an app called Moodle on your mobile, and you can use that to check your iTalim. So you can either do it through the internet or through your mobile. And the second important platform is iMa'loom, where you will be able to do your registration and many other processes that you might need during your learning. Let me also bring your attention to an email that is registered to you automatically when you join IIUM, which is generally will be like username, could be your name, at live.iium.edu.my. If you check your iTalim, your email on iTalim is under this email. It's not under your personal email. And actually, I would encourage you to activate this email because there are many benefits that you can make from this email. You can utilize, because it's under Microsoft, so you can utilize Microsoft 365, and you can download all the Microsoft packages of Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, and many other softwares. And you can also utilize OneDrive, like on Google, we use Google Drive. On Microsoft, you can use OneDrive, and you can utilize it as a cloud for your teaching and learning. So if you activate that, it will be very useful because many of the communications through IIUM will go to that email. When you come to my office, you will find all these helpful and cheerful people will be waiting for you to help you and serve you. Sister Hidayah is our assistant director, and I'm not sure whether you can see the mouse moving on the screen, but this is Sister Fawzia and Brother Ismail and Sister Adiba. And they are very kind and willing to help at any time, as long as your questions are clear and you are respectful. Definitely they will be very willing to help you. And of course, this picture is a picture of your academic advisor, and the academic advisor is different from one department to another. So please know who is your academic advisor. You have to work very closely with your academic advisor, because they will be helping you on your study plan and with any issues that might occur on the way as in terms of academic issues. And even student affairs issues, because they also communicate with Dr. Hasma's office regarding to non-academic matters. In the Office of Academic Affairs and Industrial Linkages, our activities, as I said, are mainly academic, so it's about course offering and registration, change of program within the kuliya or within the kuliya and other kuliya, examination, scheduling and monitoring, credit transfer, engineering, industrial training, and accreditation. This is a very important document. I would advise you to keep it with you and visit it from time to time to be more familiar with it, because it's about your academic performance evaluation, which we usually say the acronym name, which is SAPIR. This is 2015. There might be another one on the way, but at least for the time being, you need to look at this booklet, and it is available. You can download it from Ahmad website. I made this tiny URL for you for easy access. Please copy it and download it and have a look at it, because it contains all the policies regarding grading, adding, dropping, exams, and all. So actually, if you learn what is in that in this booklet, you will save a lot of your time, even coming to places, asking people about this and that, and you will get the correct information rather than asking people who might pass you the wrong information. Just bear in mind that there might be some changes on certain policies, like for example, the minimum load has been changed from the one in the booklet. You can find the new ones in Ahmad website, and also for grading system, it has been updated after the booklet was produced. So you need to check again on Ahmad website for these changes. You will find them listed in Ahmad website. All right, so in terms of course registration, you have to be aware that registration has been made, of course it's compulsory, you cannot miss registration. And if you have missed registration, you will be penalized for 100 ringgit. I hope that you are listening to me, because if not, and you miss registration, you are actually wasting 100 ringgit now. So please be aware of this. And the registration usually for the next semester will start around the week 11. It's very advisable that you start registering to avoid sections to be closed, and make use of the petition feature if you have missed that section. And at any time, always consult your academic advisor for any issues related to your registration and study plan. This is the announcement on the changes of policies in terms of registration. So as you can see, it was endorsed in 26 April 2019. So this announcement will be released on Ahmad website whenever they come along. This is very important information for you regarding the minimum and maximum allowable credit hours. You see, this is one of the very common issues that comes to the Academic Affairs Office about registering the loads, credit hours loads. It's very important for you to know because you can save your time, you can save on sometimes you might go through a long process to find out that you can't do this because it doesn't go with the policy. So if you are not graduating, means that that particular semester is not your last semester, you are allowed to register these credit hours according to your CGPA. So if your CGPA is between 3 and 4, you can register minimum 15 hours and maximum 20 hours. If your CGPA is less than this, then your maximum credit hours will be less. But bear in mind that the minimum allowable is 15. In Sabir, the academic booklet that I've shown you earlier, it is mentioned as 12. So that has been changed to 15. And if that particular semester is your last semester, then the maximum credit hours can be up to 19 and 20 credit hours, depending on your CGPA. You are now on your own. Nobody is going to tell you what to do. You have to plan your time, plan your studying time as well. So your study plan is your responsibility. You have to develop it yourself. And of course, again, you can seek the advice of your academic advisor. The departments prepared a study plan, which you can follow. You can follow exactly as it is, but if you feel that it is too slow to you or it's too fast for you, you can adjust accordingly. But please, before you do that on your own, it's good to consult your academic advisor to advise you on the study plan, especially when it comes to prerequisites and co-requisite. Because certain courses have prerequisite where you can't take that course if you do not take that particular course, which is in the previous semester. So if you miss that course, you cannot. Let's say you have to take course A before you take course B. So if you miss course A, you cannot take course B. And you cannot take course A and B together because A is prerequisite to B. However, if A is prerequisite to B, then you can take them at the same time in the same semester. So these things are very important for you to understand and to learn. You can find this clearly in your study plan. Every course is mentioned there with the prerequisite or co-requisite courses. And sometimes certain courses have more than one prerequisite. So you have to be aware of this and to take these courses before you go into registering that particular course. I was chatting with you just now on YouTube, talking to you about UNICOR, University Required Courses, which has been endorsed lately by the Senate. And as you can see on the screen, these are the UNICOR 2020 courses. And as I have understood that for a reason or another, some of you registered the UNICOR courses from the previous study plan. And I would kindly request that those who have done so to drop these courses and wait until we assign you the new UNICOR courses, then you will be able to register them. The moment they are assigned to you by our office, you will be able to see them on your graduating audit, I think, on IIUM. Anyway, this will be on YouTube, so at any time you can stop the video and snapshot the image and keep it with you. I think for this current semester, you have to register the basic philosophy and Islamic worldview and sustainable development issues for the current semester. All right, so one important document that you have to know is the course outline. And that in the course outline, you will learn everything about the subject that you will be taking for that particular semester. For every course, you have a course outline. And in that course, as I said, there are many information that will be useful to you. One of them is the synopsis, where you will learn in general what is the course is talking about. And I believe that many students don't look at that, at the course outline. While it's very important, because it's like, reading the table of contents of a book before you embark onto reading it. So you would know what to expect in the few hundred pages that you will be reading in that textbook. So before you jump into 14 weeks of learning a topic or a course, I would advise you to have a very short travel through your course outline. Look at the synopsis, see what is it going to, what topics will be covered, and that will be very helpful for you to have a very common picture on what is the course talking about. This is a very simple program flow chart. Well, if you are doing electrical circuits, probably that will make sense to you later on. It looks like an electrical circuit. All right, and if you look at this, you can see certain courses come one after another. So if they come one after another, that means you cannot take this course without taking the other one. So this math course must be taken before you take this math course, and so on. And you can see some courses are in parallel, and that means you can take them at the same time. This is another skill you will learn: engineering, how to read charts and figures and plans. Welcome to College of Engineering. All right. This is also an example of your study plan. You can see for semester 1, these are the courses that will be offered. For semester 2, these are the courses that will be offered. These plans will differ from one program to another. So this is just an example, right? So if you don't have it in your study plan, don't panic. But usually for first year, the courses are common. Again, as I said, this plan is not a must to follow. It is recommended, but bear in mind that if you want to add more, the number of credit hours per semester cannot exceed the maximum load. If you want to take less, again, the number of credit hours per semester cannot be below 15 credit hours. All right. Also, there are very important dates you have to always look for every semester. When is the final date to drop courses? Say you have registered your courses in the 11th week of the semester. When the next semester started, for a reason or whatever, for a reason or another, you find that I cannot take this course, then you want to drop it. There is a period to do so. If you exceed that period, you will have to pay a penalty for that. Probably I will go through this in the next slide. And you need to know the final date to withdraw a course with fees. When is the pre-registration for the coming semester, and the final examination date. These dates change from one semester to another. They might be within a week, like let's say within week 11 and so on, but the exact dates, they will be announced every semester, and you need to follow up on usually it will be on Ahmad website and on your IIUM as well. So please keep checking your IIUM and iTa'aleem all the time. All right, so this is an kind of flow of what you expect from time to time. So 1 month before end of the semester, you will have your online registration for the coming semester. And there is a very nice note there. It says, assumption, student will pass all courses undertaking. Right? But you still have to register, and if for that a particular course you did not pass the course, then if that course is a prerequisite for another course in the next semester, then you have to drop that course. All right? And in week 1, there is, we call it adjustment period, where you can add and drop courses, which now we are preparing for, because soon the students will go through this week, starting from next week. And for your information, we are doing this online for the coming semester, where you don't have to print any form. We have prepared for you an electronic PDF file. You can just fill up the file electronically, and then upload it on the provided Google form. And you will be able to follow on the status of your application online as well. We will provide you the link soon, inshallah. Weeks 2 and 4, weeks 2 to 4, the drop only, it's a drop only period, you cannot add anymore. And during this week, few weeks or 2 weeks, you will be, you need approval from the lecturer to drop the course, and there will be no fees incurred. However, from week 5 to 10, you can withdraw from a course within this period, but you have to pay 300 ringgit per course. And it will also requires approval. So please, don't miss these dates. If you feel that for a certain reason or another you need to drop a course, decide as early as possible to avoid paying all these penalties. It's not a small amount of money to pay 300 per course. If you find that, oh, I have to drop 2 courses, that's a lot of money. And especially if it is paid by your parents, you have to understand that this money could have gone for something more important. Week 11 to 13 is withdrawal after deadline, and that will cost you 500 per course, and it requires an approval, and W will appear on your transcript indicating that the course was withdrawn. You see, it is not going to appear if you do it before week 11. All right? Okay, OBE. How to make this as simple as possible. OBE is outcome-based education. I'm not sure if you have heard about it before, maybe in CFS, if you were under CFS. To make it simple, education can be either about me as a lecturer telling you what I want to tell you, or it could be about what you have learned. So OBE is about what you have learned. So learning is not about what I want to teach. It's about what you have learned. Saying so, in academic or in education, we call this student-centered learning. It's not about teacher-centered, it is student-centered. So the learning is about you, all right? So you are in the center, and you are the focus of the learning process. Now, saying that, it means that learning is your responsibility. I can teach as much as I can, but at the end of the day, whether you have learned or not, that is a different story. So OBE is to ensure that you have learned what we want you to learn. And to achieve OBE, we have few elements. We have what we call program educational objective. We have program outcome, and we have course learning outcome. And these are different levels. So if I start from the smaller level, the course learning outcome basically is what you are expected to learn from that particular course. Where do you find the LO? You can find the LO in your course outline. So you have to go back to the course outline and see, what does my lecturer want me to learn or expect me to learn at the end of this course? What should I know by the end of this course? Right? So if you couldn't achieve the learning outcome, probably that means the student will not be able to pass that course. The program outcome is measured at the Kuliya level, at your graduation. Later I will go through the program outcomes. And they are very important for you to know, because that shows, if you know them, then you will start preparing yourself accordingly. You know that I need to learn this. So if you feel that you lack that knowledge, probably you need to do something about it. And the last one is the program education and objectives. And these are usually measured after 3 to 5 years after your graduation. And how do we know this? Usually we will conduct surveys. We will send them to you wherever you are. If you are working of course, we have your data on our alumni unit, and they will communicate with you, and they will send you a survey and ask you a few questions. And from these questions, we will evaluate whether the program education objectives are achieved or not. All right? So these are the program education outcomes. related to advancing career and professional standing. So we expect you in 3 to 5 years to have that professional standing in your career. You have achieved the moral and professional commitment. Probably from certain questions, we will see whether you have adhered to ethics in your career. And talking about your entrepreneurial activities, whether you are doing your own business or running your own company, and looking at your lifelong learning after graduation within, as I said, 3 to 5 years. For example, we might ask you whether you have attended any training, conferences, and so on. That is, as I said, after within 3 to 5 years after your graduation. Now, our program learning outcomes, looking at what you need to attain by the time you graduate. And this definition, as you can see on the screen, is from Engineering Accreditation Council that was mentioned by Dr. Sani just now. This is a very important council to you and to us, because this council will decide whether our program is accredited. If it is accredited, that means your certificate can be recognized and you can practice your engineering in the market. However, if it is not, then it will not be that useful. So in the Kuliya, we ensure that our program fulfill the requirements of the Engineering Accreditation Council. Your lecturers and the admin staff, they work very, very hard to ensure that all these are achieved. And we hope that you will help us through your learning to make sure that the quality is also as good from your endpoint. And that is related to the skills, knowledge, and behavior. So as Dr. Sani again said, it's not about the academic. It's not about just scoring A's, straight A's or 4.0. That is good, but it's not enough. You need to work holistically. This is our aim in IIUM, that we want to graduate a holistic personnel who is knowledgeable, who has the skill, and who has a good behavior, so that they will be very useful not only to themselves, but to their community as well, and community at large. These are the Kuliya program outcomes. If you look at the one I highlighted in red, probably they will be the one that I hope that will catch your attention. So we have actually a few of them. I will go very fast because you can later on revise the video if you missed any point. So you can see that the first outcome is about engineering knowledge. And basically that's about learning the mathematics and science and engineering fundamentals. That's why if you look at your study plan, there are plenty of courses on mathematics and fundamental engineering topics and subjects. The second one is on problem analysis. We would love to see our students able to analyze, not just memorize. Memorization doesn't help much in solving problems because it's like memorization like a hard disk, where you just save the data, but it's not processed. You need a processor to process the data together and come out with something useful. So we need you to work more on the processor and to be able to analyze the data, the information, the knowledge that you gain. And of course, we will try. We are actually inculcating these elements in our curriculum to ensure that you will learn this skill. However, again, no matter what we do, if you are not willing to learn, learning will not happen. So learning is a choice, and it's up to us to choose what we want to do. The third one is on the design and development of solutions. So you can see the word design there, design systems, components, processes. And as engineers, we are problem solvers. And we always design things, either equipment, devices, even softwares. We even design plans, not necessarily hardware. So designing is very crucial in our career as engineers. And please bear in mind that also we look into the aspect of public health, ethics, economics, safety in our designs, because one of our missions in this university is sustainability, and we have to make sure that whatever we design is sustainable and will not harm any component of our ecosystem. And the fourth one is investigation, where you need to learn how to do research. You will be given a problem, and then you have to go and dig deep in the literature and see what people have done and what you can do and add to solve that particular problem. And that's probably can be done across your time in the program, but you will see it more clearly during your final year project. And design, number 3, will be clearly seen also in your integrated design project. How much time do I have? All right. So modern tools, which is about using softwares and using the IT tools. Engineering and society, about, as I said, safety, legal matters, and so on. Environmental and sustainability, ethics, and communication. So you need to learn how to communicate with others, how to write reports, how to present. And teamwork is very crucial for us, not only on our career level, but also on our personal level. Lifelong learning, because learning doesn't stop until the day of our death. That's when learning stops. And then project management and finance. All right? So this is an example of course outline. Let me go very fast. Okay, so your role in OBE, as I mentioned, you have to be an active learner. You can't just sit in the class, expect the teacher, quote to quote, to tell you what to do. The lecturer will try his best and her best to interact with you, question you, and expect you to ask questions. And when they ask you a question, they don't want to test you. They want to help you to learn better. So take that positively and be an active learner and committed learner. There are a few very important notes that you have to take care of. Starting from 2019, the Kuliah decided to adopt a policy which we call it passing final exam policy. It's very, very important for you to know this, and this is a requirement by Engineering Accreditation Council. That policy states that if a student fails their final exam, they will fail the subject, even if their total marks is above 50%. So you have to make sure that you prepare very well, not only for the final exam, but across all the semesters, so that when it comes to the final, you can comfortably pass the final. All right? And student termination policy, I have shown you this earlier. You can later refer to the slides and learn more about it. As I mentioned earlier, these information are very important. It can save you a lot of time and hassle and falling into wrong practices. So please go to SAPIR and understand what is in there. And if you have any questions, you can refer to my office or to your academic advisor. I wish you all the best and a successful life in Kuliah of Engineering, and I'm looking forward to see all of you. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Associate Professor Dr. Ma'an Fahmi Al-Khatib, Deputy Dean of Academic Affairs and Industrial Linkages of Kuliah of Engineering for the briefing. So I hope that all students have taken note about what is all about on the academic side of the Kuliah of Engineering. All right, moving on, I would like to invite Associate Professor Dr. Hasmah Mansur, Deputy Dean of Student Development and Community Engagement, Kuliah of Engineering, to explain on student matters. Please welcome.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Congratulations, brothers and sisters, and welcome to Kuliah of Engineering. My name is Dr. Hasmah Mansur. I am the Deputy Dean of Students Development and Community Engagement, and I'm also an Associate Professor at ECE Department, Kuliah of Engineering. Brothers and sisters, again, I would like to say congratulations to you. You are now the former students of the university, International Islamic University. You are the mahasiswa, and you are also the mahasiswi. How do you feel, brothers and sisters? Brothers and sisters, You are here at Kuliah of Engineering IIUM for a very special reason. There is no coincidence that you are here. That is not because of your parents. That is not because of you don't have any choices. This is because Allah has chosen you to be here with us at Kuliah of Engineering. Okay, brothers and sisters, I think I would like you to close your eyes for a few seconds and then just remember the moments your parents, your family members leave you at the mahalla. And then just imagine yourself at the last day, at the very last day of your time at IIUM. Okay, brothers and sisters, what do you imagine? If you are here in front of me, I would like to ask you to share your stories. I still remember in the previous semesters, when I asked the students, the new students, to do this, some of the students said that their parents said that belajar rajin-rajin. And also there are parents who remind them, jangan makan banyak sangat. And also there are also parents said that if tak ada duit, call, something like that, yeah. And also some of the students, they couldn't say anything because they were in tears. So brothers and sisters, how about you? Okay, begin with the end in mind. Brothers and sisters, since this week is your first week at Kuliah of Engineering IIUM, please make sure that you have your plan to success. Yeah, at least up to these 4 years of study, you gain a degree from Kuliah of Engineering at IIUM. And also, for the ultimate objective in your life, of course, all of us would like to enter Jannatul Firdaus. And for us, we don't want to graduate alone. We would like to graduate with our friends, and we want to enter Jannatul Firdaus with our friends, family, and all of us, the Ummah, insyaAllah. Okay, we have Kuliah of Engineering Mission and Vision, explained by our Dean, Dr. Sani, just now. So I will going to skip this slide. And I would like to show you the IIUM roadmap of 2019 and 2020. If you can look from the figure, the inner circle, it consists of humanizing education, where it is actually the IIUM mission and vision. And then at the outer circle, we have falsafah pendidikan kebangsaan. And then the more outer circle, we have this maqasid syariah, faith, life, intellect, lineage, and wealth. And then at the another outer circle, we have 17 sustainable development goals. Yeah, and for IIUM, our rector and his team has worked very hard to introduce the 18 SDG, which is spirituality. And the overall circle is covered by this Khalifah, Amanah, Iqra, and Rahmatan lil Alamin. So brothers and sisters, I think you are here. That is the most right. Yeah, that is the best decision that you or your parents or for whatever reason why you are here at Kuliah of Engineering IIUM. Okay, this framework is called Sejahtera Academic Framework. Although they are quite complicated for you to see because we are just first week at IIUM, but as overall, this framework will be used to nurture you as the students at IIUM. Our target is to develop or to produce balanced graduate in terms of jasmani, which is your physical, your emosi, which is your emotion, your R, yeah? R is Rohani, yeah. R is rohani, which is your spiritual. I is your intellect. So we would like to produce students with balanced attributes, yeah, physical, mental, and spiritual. And we will base on the Khalifah, Amanah, Iqra, and Rahmatan lil Alamin. So I would like to introduce to you my office, Office of Deputy Dean, Student Development and Community Engagement. This office is like a guardian to you, yeah. Your parents already sent you to the university, and we take charge from now on to nurture you together with your parents. So we consider Office of Deputy Dean, Student Development and Community Engagement as the guardian to you while you are at the Kuliah of Engineering. So this office is located at Building E1, Level 2. If you have not yet going around Kuliah of Engineering, you can come to Kuliah of Engineering. However, please be careful with your dress code. You must dress up very well, wear shoes, slack. For brothers, you must wear collared t-shirt. Yeah? So you can visit Kuliah of Engineering venues, insyaAllah. So at Office of Deputy Dean, Student Development and Community Engagement, there are 3 of us. Myself, as the Deputy Dean. We have Brother Zamri as the Assistant Admin Officer. And my personal assistant is Sister Shuhada. I would like to introduce to you your academic advisors. Okay, many of you, for those who comes from Center for Foundation Studies of IIUM, you already have your majoring, right? So, for direct intake students, your majoring is not yet determined. So, by default, myself will be your academic advisor. For other departments or for other majors, for example, biotechnology engineering, Dr. Ili, okay, I will spell out their email address here because at this time it is difficult for you to see your academic advisor. So it is Ili, ILLI at iium.edu.my for biotechnology engineering. For computer and information engineering, it is Dr. Shahrin. His email is mshahrin at iium.edu.my. For communication engineering, right now it is Dr. Rosmi Nazwin, but the covering now is Dr. Suriza Ahmad Zabidi. Her email is suriza at iium.edu.my. For mechatronics engineering, Dr. Halim Embong. His email is ehalim at iium.edu.my. For aerospace engineering, Dr. Momen Idris. So his email address is midres, midres at iium.edu.my. Dr. Hilmi for automotive engineering. His email is hilmihela, hilmihela at iium.edu.my. For materials engineering, Dr. Farahdiana Muhammad Daud, farahdiana at iium.edu.my. For manufacturing engineering, Dr. Nur Khairushima. So her email is nurkhairushima at iium.edu.my. And last but not least, civil engineering, Dr. Nadia. Her email address is drnadia at iium.edu.my. So these academic advisors are your point of reference if you have any concern regarding your academic and also personal. Okay, what is the role of Office of Deputy Dean, Student Development and Community Engagement? Okay, as its name, we focus on student development. So we have mentor-mentee program. For your information, brothers and sisters, before you came to IIUM, we have prepared this Insan Sejahtera module for your ta'aruf. It will be face-to-face. However, it was not permitted due to COVID-19. We just the planner, but Allah set the best for us. So the Insan Sejahtera module will be postponed to another date. Under this Insan Sejahtera Ta'aruf at Kuliah of Engineering, you will be dedicated to a very special mentor. And this mentor will take care of you for the rest of your 4 years duration of study at Kuliah of Engineering, IIUM. Under students development as well, we handle the students competitions, job hunting strategies methods, students programs and activities, and also we encourage students to do community engagement. We also provide students welfare services. If students have problems regarding mental health, psychological or anything, usually we will refer to counseling. Sometimes students with financial issues, so we refer them to the financial assistance, for example, STAT and also IIUM Endowment Fund. And we also take care of student health so that we will refer students to the IIUM Health and Wellness Center. Okay, as parents or as guardian to you at Kuliah of Engineering, if you do good, we recognize you. However, if you do something not good, we will take some action. So that's why our office also handles students' disciplinary cases. For example, cheating in kuliah assessment. If students doesn't follow the IIUM dress code, some students, they are very naughty, they are smoking on campus, and many others. So we will punish the student, yeah? They will be compounded. And also, our office at ODDSDCE, we handle leave of absence appeal. For your information, during these 4 years of study, you are allowed to take maximum 2 times or 2 semesters of leave of absence. Reasons may be due to health, due to financial, and due to critical personal reason. And also our office handle on all appeals from students, and we have Kuliah Board Appeal members to discuss on your appeal and also to approve or to recommend your appeal, and then to forward the appeal or to the higher authority, insyaAllah. Okay, for student societies at Kuliah of Engineering, I would like to encourage all of you to be active, yeah? As our speakers before, our Dean and also Deputy Dean said, it is not only about the academic activities in the classroom, but also you need to be active in society and also in competition so that your skills will be developed. Here, together with me, we have the President of Engineers. So Engineers is a short form of Engineering Student Society. The President of Engineers 26 is Brother Faris. Okay, and also we have association or clubs under engineers. For example, under department, we have ECE, Student Association, MCT, Student Association, and many others. And we also have IIUM Robot Team. They are very active, so any students from any departments are encouraged to be involved in IIUM Robot Team. They involved in Robocon competition, a very prestigious competition in robotics, and also they organize competition, international robotic competition at IIUM. We also have students' union representative. So, brothers and sisters, please join at least one society at Kuliah and also one society at the university level. Okay, just a brief. We have international students and also local students. Roughly, it is about 15% international students, but our target is to have 30% of international students. You are blessed to have international students here with you. I hope that you will take the opportunity to communicate with the international students, because with international students, you can learn their culture, their diversity, and so many others. Okay, for students population by majors, okay, this is the data from January 2020. However, for your batch, you are almost equally distributed. For each major, there are around 50 to 56 students, yeah? So we have 9 programs, so each program receives new students of 50 to 56. Okay, this graph is quite important, the distribution of students' CGPA. The thing that I would like to highlight is that the students who got CGPA below 2 and also between 2.0 to 2.449, which is around 2.5, most of them are first year, first semester students. Maybe this is due to cultural shock, or maybe you are just playing around. We are not very sure why it happens that way, but for you, for your batch, brothers and sisters, I would like you to work very hard from day one of your class started, which will be on 12th of October 2021. Work hard, maintain, and at the same time, be active in societies, in competition, in leadership, so that you will be balanced, inshallah. Okay, brothers and sisters, I would like to remind on the dress code. Dress code here at IIUM is the same as the dress code at Gambang campus, during when you did your foundation. Please follow the dress code very well. For sisters, please make sure you cover your aura perfectly. For brothers, although wearing round neck is still covering your aura, but if you are around kuliah building and also offices, make sure you wear collared t-shirt and also shoes. Okay, later on, inshallah, you will go to the labs and be careful, listen to the safety announcement, and we would like to have you focus during the lab, don't play around, and practice about and think about safety, and in case you found any hazard occurred around you, especially at Kuliah of Engineering, you can take the pictures and then specify the date, time and location and email to me, hasmahm@iium.edu.my, or my staff, MD Zamri @iium.edu.my, and also Syuhada Atika. So we will report on this potential hazard so that nobody will have the accident. Okay, brothers and sisters, I would like to promote honesty. We must be honest because we are Muslim. We practice Islam as the way of life. And I seek your cooperation to be honest in the examination. This is very important, brothers and sisters, because the kuliah, the university, really take a serious action if students are cheating, attempted to cheat, and bringing unauthorized materials. So what are the unauthorized materials? Handphones, small notes, books, so that are unauthorized materials. And the punishment is very heavy. Okay, for the cheating, you can be expelled from the university. We have a few cases where the students in third year, in fourth year, were expelled from the university because of the cheating in the final exam. We will have this students' disciplinary meeting, and the students will be called, the evidence will be analyzed, and then they will be decided on the punishment, whether it is categorized as bringing unauthorized materials or attempted to cheat or cheating. Even bringing unauthorized materials, you will need to pay some compoundable offense. Or if you are just attempted to cheat, you bring some notes but you are not able to open but you are trying, so it is charged by suspension of 1 semester, and the grade you will receive F. If, brothers and sisters, you cheat in the exam and it is not caught by anybody, but just bear in mind, your grade that you will obtain has no barakah, and the grade that you obtain will be carried on, and the CGPA will be calculated based on dishonest activity. And with the CGPA that you gain, high CGPA, and you go to the industry for work, and then you receive your salary. With that salary, you give it to your mother, you give to your family, and you see the barakah is not there. So it is difficult to go back to the previous years. So brothers and sisters, my advice is just be honest. Okay, minimum study period at IIUM is 6 semesters or 3 years, and the maximum study period is 12 semesters or 6 years. Okay, this semester we are following this remote teaching and learning. And in the previous semester where we have ERTL, Emergency Remote Teaching and Learning, we have so many challenges, the students and also the lecturers. However, we need to adapt to this new norm due to pandemic COVID-19. So we have students with limited internet access. We have students who have unconducive learning environment at home. We have students who have excessive workloads, and also we have students who comes from a very challenging family background. We have students who have financial problem because their parents lose their job. There are students with lack of motivation and they didn't know how to do time management. But brothers and sisters, you are engineers. You must be ready to address your problems and find solutions. And if you couldn't find the solutions on your own, please seek for help. Inshallah, we are all here to help you. Okay, with that, I thank you very much.
Thank you, Associate Professor Dr. Hasma Mansur, Deputy Dean of Student Development and Community Engagement, on the explanation on student matters. All right, so we proceed with the next agenda. I would like to invite Associate Professor Dr. Nurul Fazil Hasbullah, the Murabbi Council representative, for the explanation on Murabbi Council. Please welcome.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to everybody. I hope you are listening, still awake. Apa khabar semua? How's your health? Thank you. How's your iman, right? During this COVID-19, hopefully our iman increases, inshallah, brothers and sisters. Today, I'm here standing in front of you to promote a brand new program in our Kuliah of Engineering. And this program is specially only for your batch, okay? So we're going to start a new program and it will be only for the first year, first semester. And just like what the Dean, Dr. Sani, was saying just now, we would like to encourage beyond classroom transformation, inshallah. So if you can look from the poster here, it's a program called Hufaz Leadership. So I'm calling everybody here, anybody from Tahfiz background, you're coming from Tahfiz school or from MRSM Ulul Albab. So do you memorize at least 3 juzu of Al-Quran? So this program, we are opening first to those who have memorized at least 3 juzu of Al-Quran. And if you have, brothers and sisters, we are looking for you. So please join our program. First, just sign up. If you can see the QR code, just scan the QR code, then you can, put your details. Later, inshallah, we will call you for a briefing to tell you what is this program about. Basically, this program is an exclusive program, so we'll be selecting only those who are eligible for leadership and personal development coaching. So we will develop your leadership skills and also we will help you on your personal development, inshallah. So again, basically this is just a very short briefing and promotion for those who memorize 3 juzu of Al-Quran. Please sign up for a briefing. You don't have to commit yourself yet. Just sign up for a briefing. We will call you. We will explain to you what the program is by using the QR code over there. And if you have any question at all, please contact me. My name, I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Dr. Nurul Fazlin Hasbullah. You can contact me or call me Madam Fazlin. You can contact me at the email address below, nfazlinh@iium.edu.my. So I hope you can tell your friends, first year, first sem, who memorize more than 3 juzu of Al-Quran, please join us. Okay, sign in with the QR code. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Associate Professor Dr. Nurul Fazil Hasbullah, the Merabi Council representative for the promotion of the program. Alright, so that marks the end of our briefing of Kuliah of Engineering for this afternoon session. So before I end our ceremony this afternoon, I would like to remind everyone to always keep up to date with all the updates from the Kuliah and also the Ta'aruf Week from IIUM websites and also social media on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and also on YouTube channel that you are watching us right now. Please subscribe and also click the bell button. And also you can also follow our official Ta'aruf Week Telegram channel and also social media and also Ta'aruf Week website. Alright, so we have come to the end of the event. On behalf of the organizing committee, I would like to thank all the distinguished guests for making this ceremony a success. And also I would like to apologize for any shortcomings during this ceremony. We hope that everyone stay safe whenever you are, and we will see you when the situation permit in the Kuliah of Engineering. So if there is nothing else, we end our session this afternoon with the recitation of Tasbih Kafarah and Suratul Asr. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.